A lot of times I'll get asked the question, how would you build your business today if you had to start over? With the good, bad, and ugly behind me and right in my current situation and even in front of me, business is just one of those things where it's not always super smooth. I'm always learning. I'm always failing fast. There are a few principles though that I'd love to share with you in terms of how to do it in today's climate. There's just challenging forces, we call it the shift storm, things that are going on to and in the real estate industry where I would take a different approach if I had to start all over again. If you're at the point in your journey where you wish there was a roadmap to the stages of business growth, I actually put together such a roadmap. Stick around till the end of this video and I'll give you a free report called the Real Estate Business Growth Navigator. And if you like these videos, give me the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you're the first to know about new videos when they drop. As I mentioned, I have failed more than anyone that I know in business, in every aspect of business. I didn't have a deep-rooted set of skills or experiences in building businesses before I got into real estate. The only sales job I ever had was 2 weeks in high school. I went door-to-door newspaper sales and I was horrible at it. I hated it. I thought I would never do sales again. And now I get into real estate and I realized that it was really sort of a contact sport and it was selling. And I was okay at it, I did it, but I was mostly focused on building systems so I didn't have to do the thing that I didn't really have a passion for. And that's this concept of systems and leverage that if I were to start over today to build a business in a market where, let's say I lived in the market, but I didn't have, any real estate business, that's where I would start with a vision of what I wanted to build. That is the biggest differentiator I see with folks that get to a point where they actually have some freedom in their life of time, money, and freedom from stress. Contrast that to like struggling, even successful, traditionally successful, but struggling real estate agents because they don't have freedom of time and they have to work every evening, every weekend, and on every vacation. It's just a miserable and challenging existence. I say that because I've been there and I feel that pain. And so if I had to start today, my 3-year vision from 0 transactions, my 3-year vision would be 100 deals. So that's what I would just lay the groundwork for. I would have 1 administrator and 2 agents. I would be doing 50 listings. Each of my 2 agents, I'd probably have 3 or 4. Some of them don't necessarily pan out the way that you think they will. My agents would sell 50 homes, 2 agents doing 25 transactions a piece. I'm only doing listings. I'm working 40 hours a week. My administrator is licensed. Maybe at that point she brings on or he brings on a VA. And that's the vision for the business. And in terms of my hours, I'm just working less than 50 hours a week, probably maybe not 40. Selling 50 homes, I'm probably going to be working from, let's say, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. I would design it out of the gate to not work evenings or weekends whatsoever. So that would be the 3-year vision. So my question for you, what is your 3-year vision? If you were starting over your business today, what would your vision 3 years from now be? And that's just the business part of it, but even personally, where do you want your net worth or your debt situation or your relationship with your spouse or your children? So this concept of a 3-year vision is like the most powerful thing that we could work on together. And so what does that look like for you? That's the first place that I would start. The next thing I would do is the database. Your database, it doesn't matter what it's doing right now in terms of income generation, your database is, I would say, at least a 7-figure pillar in your business in terms of income, gross commission income. It may be a multiple 7-figure pillar if you really treat it with the respect that it deserves. So that's the next thing I would do, is just focus on building the database, taking anyone that I have in my phone or in my Google contacts or in Facebook and bringing them all from those sources into my database. It doesn't really matter what CRM you use. There's a dozen decent CRMs right now. Follow Up Boss is probably one that I would look at, knowing everything I know right now. Just a very simple, inexpensive, It sort of plugs into all different sources and does a really good job at what you need to do as a real estate agent, just to keep in touch with people that know, like, and trust you. And so that's my question for you. How much time and energy are you giving your database? Do you have 30 minutes a day where you carve out just to get your database in order? I mean, like, take contacts from your phone and put it in the database. Are you tracking on a weekly basis how many people are in your database? That should be like one of the most important key performance indicators. We call them KPIs. The leadingest indicator of success is the number of people that know, like, and trust you. And then the next thing I would do is I would have one other lead source. Back in the early days, for me, it was expireds and FSBOs. Not so much I picked up the phone and sort of smiled and dialed. I became a really good direct response marketer, and that was like 2008, 2009. It was easier to get listings then. We use those same systems today. Even in a tight market, a tight seller's market, we're still generating more than a phone call a day from a very low cost direct response marketing system for expireds and FSBOs. And so that's the next thing I would set up in my business and always keep it running. A lot of times I'll see agents or team leaders, they'll get, expireds up and running when there are expireds to be had. Then the market shifts and the market goes to a seller's market. There are less expireds. They let that system go because they get busy. Every pillar, lead gen lever that you put in place, the vision I have for it when I put them in my business is that this is good for 50 transactions. So database number one, I have to see a path toward 50 transactions. Expireds and FSBOs, I kind of lump those together even though they're slightly different. That has to be a path to 50 transactions. So as you look at your business, what are the lead gen levers, those income pillars that you've set up to be able to, systematically generate high quality buyer and seller leads? So you see, I'm starting with a vision here. I'm working through the drivers of the business. Attract is database marketing, expire FSBOs. Convert, what are the scripts you're gonna learn? Your sales system, the consultation framework for sitting down with buyers and sitting down with sellers. I put all of those systems and sales presentations in place. Today, in the environment we're in now, and even in the future, as I'm filming this, we're in a global pandemic. COVID-19, everything we've done has gone virtual, and I'm pretty sure we will never go back. Our conversion rates have gone through the roof with a virtual consultation framework for buyers and for sellers. We're meeting consumers where they are and honestly serving them in a way that is more convenient for them. So as you look at your business, is your sales process set up in a way to be scaled, right? Is it scalable? The fact that we have a virtual consultation process, I could be doing 5 listing consultations literally at the same time. Are you the only one that can go and do a listing presentation? Do you even have a sales process? Are you tracking your numbers? That's the last point I'll make, is that from the get-go, in starting this new business, this vision of 100, actually I'm changing it to 150 transactions because I think I could do 150 on those couple lead gen levers. Either way, we're starting with this vision, and now we sort of put the attract pieces in place, the conversion pieces. The last piece is to track your numbers and to know, exactly what's going on in your business from a leading sort of indicators and lagging indicators. How many contacts are you making every day, every week? How many people are agreeing to meet with you for a consultation? How many actually show up? How many do you sign? Where we have to know, put those systems in place, because as we scale, it's the same thing agents that come on our team, it's the same systems that they're gonna follow for accountability. So I do it, I'm gonna set these systems up first, we do it, we do these together, me and a couple agents in this 3-year vision, and then 4 to 5 years from now, they do it. And you can make this journey from agent, I do it, to we do it, you're more of a coach manager, to they do it, you're more of a business owner. And that's as complicated as I would make it. I wouldn't add a bunch of paid lead sources. As you build up your listing inventory, the yard marketing, that's probably the 3rd pillar I would put in place that would be good for 50 transactions. We've got a yard marketing system that has 3 yard signs, all with different sort of emotional triggers to get people with different sort of thought processes to call on those yard signs. So that's just a little bonus for you. If you're at the point in your business growth journey where, man, I wish there was just a guide, like a booklet that I can open up and just see the stages of growth in a real estate business, you don't have to wonder if there's such a guide. I created one. It's called the Real Estate Business Growth Navigator. You can pick up your free copy at realestatebusinessgrowth.com. I go through every stage of growth from 100K in GCI to 500 to $1 million to $1.5 million to $2 million plus, and how you need to show up at those different stages. Go to realestatebusinessgrowth.com. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up, turn on notifications, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know, this journey of, agent to manager to owner, it's not an easy one. And when you really lean into it, getting out of your comfort zone and leaning into the discomfort of learning new things, it is so rewarding. So until next time, just lean into that discomfort. We'll see you in the next video.